Invincible Season 3 just dropped last week with the first 3 episodes. I took a few days to watch them, unexpectedly managing it into my schedule. I wasn't following the release date or planning for it, so I wasn't ready to binge watch the first three. It was actually kind of nice to appreciate each one separately. First, episode 1 kicked off strong with Mark's training and these overpowered time travelers that I thought would carry the plot forward. Though they did disappear just as quickly as they showed up, I'm guessing that's a plot thread we'll follow later down the road. I was enjoying most of the episode and the multiple stories happening, such as Debbie raising Oliver, Cecil watching over them, the Guardians doing their thing, and so on. But the plot kind of lost me in what I would say is the climax of the episode. Mark's facing off against these giant earth creatures, and they're actually kicking his ass even after all the training he received earlier in the episode. How are they stronger? The villain gave an explanation, but I just wasn't buying it, so my mind kind of wandered off, conflicted on this issue. But then Cecil deployed the cyborg monsters, Reanimin, I think, and that woke me back up, probably because they're just nasty or disturbing creatures. After the heroes wrapped up that fight and Mark is upset at Cecil, my interest peaked again with the white room scene. I started to feel the tension, not just from Mark getting aggressive, but more from Cecil getting defensive. As a viewer, I don't really think about how delicate the situation is for a regular human like Cecil, so I really bought into this side of Mark becoming an antagonist here in the sense that I feel vibes of a legit bad guy, but not in the sense that I support him being bad. Honestly, I was caught off guard with the white room, similar to how Mark was, but I immediately understood. And as the scene progressed through the next episode, this is where I saw Mark as the antagonist. Imagine telling someone to leave your house and they don't, and not just a squatter, but an actual violent, superpowered threat. So I do like that Cecil was prepared for him with the white room. I even now feel for Cecil. Maybe I understand his perspective better as opposed to how I hated him in the last season. Season 1, I did like Cecil being the counter to Nolan, even facing him in the field of combat at the end, albeit defensively, but I think he kind of lost me in Season 2. Can't remember exactly why, but I think it was just the dynamic of him being Mark's boss, spying on family, and the Oliver situation. I just didn't like his sneaky personality until now that he's defending himself against Mark. And yeah, Mark was getting upset. Cecil told him to go home. Mark disobeyed, thus becoming a threat that Cecil needed to be careful with. So it felt like the show's steering me to like Cecil again, but then more characters are hating him after seeing how he used the device implanted into Mark's head, which is understandable because it's a pretty gruesome scene. Rex had the proper reaction.
Jesus Christ!
Oh my god!
This makes me feel very uncomfortable. What the actual fuck?
But then episode 3 was less exciting, and I lost focus while watching. I really hope we get back to Al and Nolan in episode 4. This plot of Debbie's personal development and raising Oliver is fine, but I could have done with less of that in favor of Nolan and Al. I do think it's kind of funny that Seth Rogen is a seriously badass hero. I was upset that Oliver killed the Mauler twins. That was probably the most exciting part of the episode, but also annoying because I really like the Mauler twins as a reoccurring character, and I don't think we'll get them anymore. If you gave me the choice, I'd take them over Oliver any day. Get rid of that kid and give me the comedic duo.
But do you ever think that maybe Dad was right?